welcome back. This is Quest for You. And today, in episode 44, I want to invite you on a journey to authenticity. It's a difficult topic and I grappled with it. Because I believe our authentic self is not a fixed state. It changes with time, maturity, and the wisdom we gain. But I hear more and more people throw the term around these days. Be authentic, be real. What does that mean? And how can you be authentic? We touched on this a little bit in yesterday's episode. So today I want to take a deeper dive and offer some suggestions that may help you next time you hear people telling you to be real. So I thought about this for quite some time today, and I came up with 3 characteristics that make authenticity more real, more accessible to your mind, and more translatable into action. So I hope they help you. Number 1, authenticity comes from the inside, not the outside. People often don't realize this. They seek outside of themselves to find themselves. They choose brands whose items they wear and decorate their house with as a way to express themselves. Nothing wrong with enjoying the quality and looks of good products, but many people follow the crowd and feel they need to have something to be someone. The functionality of the product is less of a focus, and the emphasis is placed on the fulfillment of some form of need, such as the need for attention and sometimes love. That is an outside focus. To return to an inner focus, you need to let go a little. Maybe your outside focus got you places, got you recognition and success, but you need to ask yourself if that is truly you. And you will know by how you feel. So often, we make decisions based on what we think is good for us. This looks good, this has good reviews, this fills up my bank account, this gets me more followers on Instagram, and one of my favorite ones is, this is what everyone does. There is some surrender involved here, I realize that. You have to be willing to let go. Letting go of who you think you need to be. And allowing yourself to be. And this may mean stepping off the familiar path a little. The path that everyone travels. And discover your own path. The one that aligns with who you truly are. We often focus on the end destination. But remember, your destination is not a place, but it's the entire experience of your life. That's why cars, clothes, shoes, and houses, once obtained, don't really bring happiness. And you know this, right? So I'm moving on to number 2. Authenticity means using your intuition more often. Our intuition is always there for us, but so often we don't use it. We write it off as something that cannot be taken seriously. It's often not logical or it doesn't make sense to outsiders, but it may to us. Our intuition is a reminder that there is a voice inside us, an inner guidance. And the more you check in with that voice, the clearer it will speak in your life. It comes when you listen, when you relax, and you enjoy the moment-to-moment experience of your life. But it takes practice, because our intuition is often overshadowed by our mind chatter, our thoughts, and the stories we tell ourselves. There's a constant loop of thoughts going on all day long. And only when you become quiet and still, you will really become clear of these thoughts and how destructive and untrue some of them are. When you become clear on your thoughts, you will notice the disconnect between who you are currently and who you want to be. So yes, discovering your authentic self involves some cleanup work. You have cluttered your mind, so now it's time to declutter and make room. That means what? Well, letting go of false beliefs is one of the things that clutter our mind. Letting go of the stories that go round and around. These stories we tell ourselves that hold us back. Oh, I'm not good at this. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, this is too big for me. And so on. And then there are the assumptions about other people that also clutter our mind. Thinking about other people all day long is kind of a useless activity, isn't it? Especially people that are not near to us. And then there are negative feelings such as anger and fear. Let it all go. Your mind needs to be clear so inspiration can flow through you to help guide your next step. 3. Authenticity means letting go of control. Just a little bit. We try to control when we don't have confidence in ourselves. I also think we control when we know we are on the wrong track. How so? We make things happen that naturally may not happen. And knowing this, we put on the force. In our mind, they have to happen, so we can feel secure and confident. We make them happen. We make calls, we text, we try to influence and force and coerce other people. What you think is right for you may not be right for you. Stay in the moment rather than controlling the future. I agree that certain things in life need a little push here and there. And you certainly always want to put in forth your best effort. But when you're just pushing and nobody else is pulling, then that's a sign that it may not be the right direction to go to. When we are in control mode, everything around us responds with contraction, resistance, and unwillingness. And when we notice these signs in situations or people, it's best to stop and let go. The fact is that life will not always give us exactly what we want and in the way we insist upon. And chasing it, to make it so, will not yield the results we expect from it, no matter how much we try to manipulate it. What is yours is determined by how clear you are, how relaxed, and how much at peace you feel. Just think about letting go. That already feels easy, doesn't it? Have you noticed that every time you just decided, I'm going to let go of this, I'm not going to worry about it anymore, it's like this burden comes off your shoulders and you can breathe again. The simple example of writing emails in the heat of the moment illustrated. Our feelings of anger and rage may make the words flow across the keyboard, but are they really what we want to say? Isn't it just a momentary high that may not really reflect our values and hide our true kind side? I write emails and texts that are much kinder, respectful, and sincere when I wait a while and think about them. Do the same with all important decisions in your life. Take time to think and consider. Take time to check in with your intuition and your inner guidance. Ask yourself, who am I, and is this decision in line with me, with my authentic self? And then there's one more important step, and it's called trust. That is the hardest one, especially for those of us who like to control a little here and there. But only then the pieces will fall into place, through a divine mix of accurate timing, a little bit of your participation, and in perfect alignment with what should be. And I'm sure you have encountered examples where this exact thing occurred, where you didn't push and you let go and you just waited and relaxed a little bit and things just happened. They fell into place. So to summarize, on the outside, you are your authentic you through your character and your personality and your beauty. Some people feel they have to change their looks to feel better about themselves, but some people do, and that's fine. But it takes effort to align that wonderful you with your inner world, and that's where your focus needs to be. Because so much gets in the way. Outside distractions, endless opportunities to choose from, our thoughts, our stories. So, if you desire a more authentic life, then ask yourself, what do I need to shift in order to become the person who lives that life? And this shift will include a mindset of possibility, increased self-awareness, and tapping into your intuition more often, and letting go of control and trusting more. Ellen Browning wrote a book called Seasons of Contemplation, and there's this great quote out of this book that I want to share with you at the end of this. Who are we without our addictions, without our media-induced hungers? So often the voices we hear echoing in our mind are not our own, but that of our influencers. Isolation, while arguably going against human nature, is essential for mental and emotional health. Solitude is a detoxification of all that distorts our personality and misguides our path in life. It allows us to filter out the foreign opinions and hear our own voice, reach our authentic character, and practice fidelity to self. Amazing. Enjoy this quest for authenticity. I think it's an important one. And please don't hesitate to reach out with questions or feedback. You can find me on QFY044.mp3, and there are links on that website to Twitter and Instagram. I'm not super active on the Hus, but I'm trying. So please follow me and stay in touch. Much love.